So I've been doing this for 6 years now. I looked at the calendar this morning. I was like, holy shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, January 6th, 2010, January 6th, 2016. It's been 6 years now since I started. Cannot believe my cast hasn't tried to assassinate me yet. I was totally expecting that. I guess maybe next year. But anyways, I wanted to take a couple of seconds to just acknowledge the fact that it's been 6 years and also talk about a few things. I want to talk about like where I'm going to improve this next year because we're on year 6 now, and I think our content has been getting higher quality every single year. Where I think 2015 really was a step up from 2014 is the cinematography got a lot better. Like, I actually learned how to get good camera work, and I don't think that there's like, whenever I get a good shot, I think it's like a good shot, and there's not many ways to improve it. I think where I really need to improve is I need to try out a few new things. Like, I might build a slider for the camera so I can like slide the camera as someone's running. I want to get a few more like things to equip the camera to. Like, I'm actually thinking of getting a glide cam this year. So there's some things that I don't think there's like things to improve on, but I think there's ways to expand it. I do think the only way I could see improvement in camera work this year is if I gave every single shot the amount of detail I give the really good shots. Because, like, if you watch Across the Fourth Wall, some of the shots are beautiful, and then some of the shots are very mediocre. And then we have those really bad shots that actually Tariq called me out on recently, and I didn't really know what he was talking about at first, but after editing the 2015 recap video, he is very right. We have a lot of shots where the camera is awkwardly placed underneath the person's head and they're talking like this, and it doesn't look good. It looks really bad. It's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's really awkward looking. And yeah, he's very. I don't know why we do that. Why we do that. Why I do it. I won't do it anymore. It's weird. He's right. It's very awkward. So that's the camera work I'd like to improve. Effects wise, you might have noticed in 2015 there's been a shitload of special effects. We almost had. I don't think we've had a single video that didn't have any effects in it because I've been really forcing that lately just because I love doing it. Here's the thing. I still think the effects are really cool. I'm actually proud of myself for them. That's something I'm actually legitimately proud of myself for. They don't look that realistic though. They don't look like they're really there. And they look cool, but special effects are really hard to make, and just doing them alone is hard. But really trying to make it look like they're there takes a lot of extra steps, and that's the extra step I want to take in 2015. 2016, I mean. 2015 was the year I learned it all. 2016 is going to be the year where I try to perfect it, or at least perfect it as much as I can. So 2015, we experimented with special effects. 2016, we're going to make the special effects look a lot nicer, and like I said, the cinematography, and I just like to be a lot more organized this year. So that's my New Year's resolution: more consistent, good shots, more realistic looking effects, and a big change in my organization and schedule because it's been bad. I'll actually say with Across the Fourth Wall, for anyone who shot with me, I apologize for that because you are probably all aware that we've been very unorganized with shooting the series. That's actually the final thing I want to talk about in this video before I head off and accomplish greater things with my loyal crew. I want to say that we're going to be taking a small break from Across the Fourth Wall. Not shooting wise. I can't afford that because we have a lot left more to do. But with shooting, what I'm going to say is instead of constantly calling people over to shoot scenes like I have been for the past year, I'm going to try to schedule a certain amount of morning to night shooting days, where we start early in the morning and end at night. And instead of covering like 1 or 2 scenes, we cover like 10 to 12 scenes. I think this way will be the most organized way to do it. I think it'll be the best way to do it. I think it will avoid people having to come over constantly if we can just find like a day every 2 weeks, or maybe even like every 3 weeks if we have to, because like I said, I think we'll get a lot done during those big days. And we can really make the episode, like, we can really get a lot done. The reason that episode 3 had such a complicated schedule is because so many different people were in it, and there were so many different shooting days for it. I think there might have been like a total of 20 to 22 different days we shot that episode. But with the few remaining episodes, especially with everything we have filmed already, I think I can get a certain amount of people to come over at the same time. We can just knock it out with bigger days and less days because of it. I want to be a lot more organized with it. But with editing and post-production and, like, you know, any changes to the script, which doesn't happen often anymore. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with the script now, but occasionally I'll look at it and make, like, a small edit to one of the future episodes. Um, I think I'm definitely taking a break for that for a while because I've been working on it for a year straight, and I think I need to not take a break from YouTube. That's actually the exact opposite of what I want to do. I want to start focusing on other content. I want to make more content that's not related to Across the Fourth Wall. I'm sure my crew wants to do something other than Across the Fourth Wall because I know that, like, Gage and Treek have given me a lot of ideas for stuff they'd like to do. Fred actually has something pretty big he wants to do, and I want to take some time to focus on that stuff rather than just like keep forcing myself to work on Across the Fourth Wall because it's been a bit exhausting lately to do the same series for over a year. So I think with a nice little break from post production, like I said, don't think I can afford to stop shooting it, but I'll like won't have as many shooting days now, and I'll just keep it like focused to big shooting days instead of a bunch of small shooting days. I think that with this big break, I can come back to Across the Fourth Wall with a very fresh mind. I can try to make the effects look better, like I said, for my resolution, and I can just make it an overall better show. I think that I need a little bit of time off from it, and then I think I can come back making it something great. So, yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to say. So, just for a recap, hoping to improve for 2016. No, I will. Um, losing my train of thought. God damn it. Okay, let me restart over. Uh, hoping to improve. Recap coming out later today. Want to make a lot more consistent content this year that's not related to Across the Fourth Wall. Taking a break from editing Across the Fourth Wall and other things involved with post production. But I will come back fresh. And shooting days want to be a lot more organized with them. Especially, that's a good message to anyone in my crew. So that is all. Thank you guys. It's been a great 6 years. I'm hoping for another. I don't know if I'd say 6 more great years, but we'll see.